Alright. Let's make sure this camera's lined up. Camera's lined up. These folks. What's up, folks? Just got off the airplane. Just got up off the aeroplane. Just flew in from John Wayne. Alright, so it is Tuesday. We're going to avoid going over the 405 freeway on MacArthur. It's 5:31. We're on the Mac Fox. Got 275 miles on this bad boy. So how do I feel about this bike at this point? I feel good about this bike. I'm used to it now. It is, when I first started riding it, to be honest, I was like, I don't think I can commute on this bike because it just doesn't, the difference between this and the Windhorse is like, it's huge. Like this takes off like way slower. Top speed, way slower. But it's why I want to do long-term reviews. Like I don't talk about this bike that much because it's like, you know, we're riding it. You know, you can't do a review on a bike in 30 miles. I'm sorry. I mean, you can only give your first impressions. But you got to really get to know the bike before you make any judgments. Even the sitting position was uncomfortable when I first started, but now I'm fine. Feels fine. So I would say that me kind of liking the bike when I first started riding it, and still being skeptical. This parking job right here, y'all. Oh yeah. Right. So it's grown from me being very skeptical, I kind of like it. It's fun, it's different, but I couldn't do this every day. Yeah, I could ride this every day. Let's say, the only reason why I'm not into it is because it's my son's bike, and I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. But let's say I don't get another bike, and my son's like, "It's all right, Dad, just go crazy on that bike," and I start going crazy on it, it'd be just fine. The channel, I could commute on it. The channel will be just fine on this bike. I'm good. I'm good with a Mac Fox 500 watt, no rear suspension bike. I like it. I feel stable on it. Even pedaling it doesn't seem, I mean, it's not a pedaling bike, but pedaling on it's not really that bad. I wouldn't even I mean, it'd be nice to have suspension on the back, but really, and hydraulic brakes, but really, it doesn't really matter. I would be fine. Put a 1,000 watt motor on this. Put a 1,000 watt motor on it, and figure out how to program it so the acceleration is just like instantaneous, which I'm sure there's a setting that does that. It would be just dandy. It would be just dandy. I'm gonna hit this box with the pedal. You know, I was just thinking too, is if somebody ever tells me you should be in the bike lane, I'm gonna say, the bike lane is for bikes, actually. And the street is for cars and motorcycles. This is an e-bike. Yeah, I didn't know I was going to be talking about the Mac Fox right now. But yeah, I just want it to be faster, like faster at the takeoff. But if that never, what I'm getting at is that if that were never to happen, if I don't get a new bike and I have to commute on this bike, I'm totally fine with it.
Wait.
Usually runners, when they get like the opportunity to stop like at a place like this, they usually do stuff to keep their like heartbeat going, you know? How come these guys got to go twice?
Wait.
They were turning when I got here. There we go.
Walk sign is on.
Keep going, yeah. Where's that underground parking lot? Where was that at? Oh, that was over on the other side. I don't think you guys heard it, but the security guard, you see how slow I go when I'm going through that campus. I go very slow. But that security guard was like, hey. But I just ignored him. So I think this delivery thing goes all the way through. Let's go through. I think it comes out on the other side. I'm gonna ask these people. They're gonna get mad, dude. It doesn't say I can't be down here. It's like a loading dock. Oh no, it doesn't. It has to go through, man. This is the security right here, dude. Oh yeah, it doesn't go through. There's a bunch. Oh yeah, it does. Let's see what happens. Don't get scared now. You're 3/4 of the way through here. Oh yeah. It does go all the way through. There's all kinds of little tunnels everywhere. There's adventure around every corner. Oh, and we got the green light. Is car turning right? So since we're on the subject of bikes, so I've talked about like what bike I want to get next. Assuming that I were to collect the money from my other bike getting broke and getting another one. So all that stuff's been confirmed. I won't go into like the amount or anything like that, but so I do like the, we'll put it this way, it's more than enough. Like, this is just regarding property damage. So the stuff that was damaged was my helmet, and my bike, and my camera lens. And so I'll be compensated for all those things, whatever that added up to. So I've been, which is enough to get what I was talking about, the electric XP 4. That's kind of what I've been thinking about getting. But that's $12.99, and it comes with a lot of accessories. Not really any accessories that I want particularly, but it does come with 4 or 5 accessories. So when that's all said and done, it's gonna, after tax, shipping's free. You get a 1-year warranty. I could get that, and that would probably just about exhaust like all the money. I had mentioned in another video that rent is coming up, and rent is going to be like, we're always just barely scraping by. So last month we sold my car to pay rent, and now the timing of this is working out to where like we're probably going to need some of this money for rent. So then now it's like, okay, so what can we do? Like, how can I get a bike and also pay rent, you know what I mean, with this money? So like I said, this is just the property damage part of it. Hello. So now I'm thinking I need to spend about $1,000 on a bike, because in a couple more months, in a few more months, like I've got probably in a month or two, I've got two things happening where I'll probably be able to get another bike. Like, I want to spend, like, my dream is to be able to spend $2,000 on a bike. So when I was talking about it with my wife, she's like, just get something that's going to last, 2 or 3 months, and then we'll get you the $2,000 bike. So I'm like, yeah, I'm cool with it. Like, man, I don't even care. Like, my family comes first. Like I said, my only thing is this is my son's bike. That's my only hang up, really. So then I'm like looking at different bikes. So I looked at the Hovsco. I can't remember the name of all these different lettering and words and stuff. I can just remember the specs on them. So Hovsco has a cool bike that's, and I'm saying $1,000 plus or minus $100. So the Hovsco has this little moped style bike, right? So before I started riding this, I was like, I don't want a moped style bike. Now I'm like, I kind of like it. I just need a better motor. So they have a moped style bike for like around that amount of money, like $1,000. A little bit more, that has a 15, or it has a 1,000-watt motor, I think, or no, a 1,500-watt motor. But I couldn't tell if that was like I think that's the peak power, so it's kind of deceptive. I think it's probably a 1,000-watt bike with 500. It's continuous, 1,000 watts, peak 1,500. So when your battery's all charged, you'll be able to do 15, and then when it starts wearing down, you'll still be able to run the continuous 1,000 watts up to so many hours or whatever, however that works, for 1 hour, continuous. And then there's another brand that I saw from that YouTube video. So this isn't the bike on the YouTube video when I was talking about the guy jumping over the flatbed truck. So not that same bike. That was like some strange e-moto bike. I'm talking about that brand, Happy Run bikes. So they have some pretty inexpensive bikes with some pretty powerful motors. So you can kind of see where I'm going. Like, what I miss the most is having a little bit of power. And I feel like that's like the most important thing to me right now. So within my budget, I'm like, I need more power. So how do I get the most bang for my buck? Like, I'll even sacrifice hydraulic brakes. Like the last 2 bikes I've had mechanical brakes. They work just fine. Like, they stop the bike. I mean, really, if you're getting like, the 2 piston brakes, then that's different. Then you're stopping bigger rotors. But if you just have 180 millimeter rotors that aren't very thick, it's not going to really make that big of a difference on your stopping power. And plus, these are small bikes anyway. I mean, I know they seem heavy. These are only like 70, 75 pound bikes. Because I need to get a folding bike right now so I can fit it in my car. So that's why I'm looking at folding bikes. But that would be a disadvantage of getting the moped style, because I want to be able to put it in my car. So that kind of like, all right, that sounds fun, but we're not going to do that. So I was just looking at various different bikes. So Hovsco does have some other cool bikes. But once I saw the moped style bikes with these bigger motors, I was like, I ended up stumbling upon the hay bike. So I know we've seen hay bikes everywhere. It's a pretty popular bike. I would say it would be the closest to the electric competitor out there in just like similarities. They're very similar, like folding bikes. So specifically, I'm looking at the Mars 2.0. So when the Mars 2.0 first came out, it was a 750 watt bike. It had mechanical brakes, and it had mechanical brakes, and it had the 750 watt motor, and I don't think much else. There was something else about it that wasn't good. A regular seat post, etc. So it just so happens that so there was a lot of reviews done a year ago, 9 months ago, but now they've upgraded that bike since then, and there's a e-bike channel called, I think it's called Electrified Latina, something like that. Electrical Latina. She does like a comparison between the XP4 and the Mars hay bike. So, or the hay bike Mars 2.0 bike. So the upgrades that they've done on that bike is they now have hydraulic brakes. They have a suspension seat post. They have a better front fork, and And they have a, what else? 1,000-watt motor. 1,000 watts. That peaks at 1,800 watts. So I watched the, and they have a 2-year warranty. Electric only has a 1-year warranty. So after I watched the comparison of those two bikes, I'm like 90% sure I'm just gonna get the eBike Mars 2. And with a 1,000-watt motor, it's $1,099. And if the Electrified Latina's promo code is still good, then I'll get $100 off. So I can get that for $99.99. So $999. So I'm like, and then that leaves me all that leftover money for rent. So I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna get a new helmet. I am gonna get my lens. I might get a new helmet. But I have to get the lens. I definitely have to get the lens cover for my camera. So you probably can't. I'm sure you guys notice it, but maybe not so much. But a lot of times when I'm riding into the sun, you'll see this deflection of light that's from the scratch on the camera lens. So yeah, the eBike Mars 2.0, and then I'm like, yo, I'm into UFOs and space and that kind of stuff. So I was like, that kind of fits. But that was what she like. So overall, like, the electric is gonna be, a better quality bike. You know, it's gonna be better. It's gonna be better engineered and stuff than. Thanks, bro. The electric. I'm not reading the XP4, but that's gonna be overall a better bike. And from what she was saying, it feels, it's got, the XP4's got a torque sensor, so for a smoother ride, whereas the eBike is got the cadence sensor you're gonna power up fast, which is what I want. The electric, you can only throttle to 20. They're by the book. Electric is 100% by the book. So electric, you can throttle only up to 20 miles per hour, and then to get your other 8 miles per hour, you have to pedal, which is fine because that bike is fun to pedal. The eBike, you can throttle up to. I got a shield. The eBike, you can throttle up to 28. You can actually go faster. So when it's fully charged on flat ground, I think she said she got it up to 33. So that doesn't sound like it's that much more than 28, but that's a lot more than 28. 5 miles per hour is way more. I can go 25 on this bike, like 24 or 25, versus the Windhorse where I could go 28. It's a huge difference. If you think about it, like this. So in an hour, I could go 28 miles, right? On this bike, I could go 33 miles. That's 5 more miles. That's all in 1 hour. That's huge. That's the difference. I know that's obvious, but people sometimes don't think about it that way. So in an hour, I'm going to be 5 miles further. So what is the down? There's always a downside. So you kind of get an idea of some of the downsides. The electric's just going to be a better performer of a bike, like more like a closer to like what you would expect a high-end bike to be. And the hay bike's gonna probably be a lot like the Windhorse, probably a little bit better. The downside is it only has a 12.5 amp hour battery. That's only 600 watt hours. So it says you could go 45 miles on it, but you're really only going to get about 30 in pedal assist 5 fully electric the whole way. So I'm not going to, but compared to the Windhorse, it would be very similar to the Windhorse. I think the Windhorse battery was 13. I think it was 13. But the electric was only 10 amp hour battery. So I could really only go like 25 miles on that bike. So, you know, hay bike, that's just another mass-produced bike. I mean, I think you can buy those at like Best Buy, you know. So that's kind of the only drag, but you know they're always going to have parts in stock, 2-year warranty. I think it'll be just fine. I'm just looking forward to, if I do settle on that one, I'm looking forward to having that extra 250 watts of power, even more than that, because the Windhorse probably peaked at like 1300. Yeah, 1200, 1300. This is gonna be 500 more watts, 1800. So it'll be good for traffic, it'll be good for the city. It'll be good in the 25 mile an hour zones that I ride in. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna get. I mean, especially if I can get that discount code. I mean, that was 3 months ago that she advertised it. So she's still affiliated with that. I'm sure she's still affiliated with that bike or with that company. She's affiliated with electric as well. But I don't think she had a promo code for the electric, because electrics are already as cheap as you're gonna get. You know? The problem though is the hay bike. There was only so many left. I gotta stop, y'all. You gotta yield. You got a yielder. A yielder. So even if I had a couple of grand to spend on a bike, I don't know what I would get. The way I am now, like, I either want to get like a really high-end bike that's more like the type that are like that brand Ivan told me about. It's called Turn, T-E-R-N. Like, you know, they're not super fast bikes. You know, they only go like 20, but they're like very like, you know, engineered bikes, you know, just like that type of high-end bike. It's not because it goes faster, it's got a bigger motor. It's just that it's a good quality bike that's designed for riding for thousands and thousands of miles. But I feel like I'm like the budget bike guy, you know? I think people want to know about budget bikes. So if I had 2,000, maybe I would just buy $2,000 bikes. So if I buy that bike on Friday, I'll probably get it on Monday, I think. So maybe by the middle of next week, I'll be riding something new. Just waiting for the payment to clear, and then we'll get, yeah. Anyway, that's enough. I feel like I've already talked too much. For $2,000 though, you can get like, I think it's that Happy Rem brand. They have like moped style bikes that are like 5,000 watts. Really difficult to see right now, but it gives me a headache, like talking about this and like thinking about it. Really it doesn't stress me out, but yeah, it just gives me a headache. So I have a video. I have a video from last night, and then I have a video from this morning. But I think I'm going to publish this one since it's, you know, the most current. And that'll catch us up. I'm also working on about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I know I haven't complained about sleep too much lately, but I'm incredibly exhausted right now. Let's see what these homeboys are doing over here. Crashed out, y'all. Am I going? I'm going. Pedal assist one. Yo Tango Ambre right now. Not Ombre, Ambre. Go ahead, homegirl. Hell yeah. Have a fit in your fit. Berkeley. Straight out of NorCal. Alright, let's take this bike lane. Fifth Street. I'll be better. We'll be able to be like out in the street again. It's gonna be a little safer than putting around on the sidewalks or in bike lanes. Really, yeah, it's definitely more dangerous to have a slow bike for my type of riding. Giving me the whistle, y'all. That's not the gangster whistle, though. Huh. No homeless people out here today. Little puppy. My camera is very low today. Hopefully it's not too low. It might be, that would suck, but at least I have a couple backup videos. I was sick on my ride home yesterday. It was really weird. I do feel kind of sick today too. Yesterday was real bad. Just had a massive headache and I was nauseous. Dizzy, like the whole ride. I didn't see if that hay bike's twist throttle or thumb throttle. It doesn't really matter. It's the kind of stuff you just get used to anyway. I got the hiccups. Lucy's. Zero acceleration. Come on. 1,000 watts. On another mass-produced bike. So I still reached out to a lot of e-bike companies, but this channel's just not big enough yet. Just cut right through the red light, see what happens. See how fast it'll go if I pedal it. Throttle only at 23. That's it. $23.5. I don't know. I feel like this bike's going faster than 25, but I could be wrong. Or 24. Probably wishful thinking. The top speed honestly doesn't really matter that much. My daughter, she's got this little e-bike. I think it's on one video on that little bike. I don't even know. I think it's a Hover brand or something. My first e-bike, and so we went riding. We went riding the other day, and we went to the playground, and she was doing that. And then when we left, we went on a bike ride. So we're like going around this track, and like you have to. She made her own track where you have to go into the grass. So we're on like this dirt track, and then you go off the dirt track into the grass. So every time we would go to get off of the the dirt track, she figured out how to lock up her back brake. So every single time we go around the corner, she'd slam on her brake and slide, and then take off. She was so happy doing that. Oh man, that didn't sound good. What do we got here?
I checked my walk.
Yeah, dude, this speedometer, this readout's not right. I think it's like a few miles an hour off. I think like 2 or 3 miles an hour off. Everybody's smiling at me today. Do I look that ridiculous? Even that hyena that made the U-turn, like, just had a big old smile. I must look pretty goofy. Electrified Latina. So all the people that are like good, like serious runners, like long distance runners, they all have their own unique running style. Have you noticed that? Like, I can tell somebody's a serious runner by like their running style. They always have like some kind of strange positioning of one of their arms. You know, like that guy, he had it like up. I don't know. All right, we got a phone call coming in. Hello? Hey, buddy. Yeah, I'm on my way. What's going on? I'm on the Santiago Creek Trail, Hart Park. Yeah. All right, bye. Love you too. Bye. Little baby. Little baby. Stretch it out, homeboy. Scooter power. Man, those types of scooters just seem so sketchy. Like they always look like they're about ready to lose control. Take my sunglasses off. I don't want to hit any speed bumps down here. Cool guy. Yeah. Hill climb. Can't really pass right here, it's too dangerous. Pass on this straightaway. left. Alright, well thank you for watching my video. Get this video out tomorrow. We'll be all caught up for the week. Into the sunshine. The sunshine of your love. All right, we'll catch you on the next one.